Hey, how's everybody doing? All right, finally made it on. Sorry, had some technical difficulties, but welcome to Q's house. So this is the first time I'm doing my sports podcast, Facebook Live. I'm trying to make it a little bit more interactive. Trying to have people text me, comment stuff like that. Made it kind of hard, so I want to make it more interactive. As in, you write something, I comment, and stuff like that. With further ado, we go into today's episode. Today's golf. Golf is a sport that I picked up about over a year ago. I enjoyed it. It's something that I just did just to do something. I picked it more as more of a business thing, and then because I was told, hey, if you do it, you'll pick up how other clients, you'll meet new people, different things. So I did it, started interacting, but I got the bug. Then it went to more like, man, this is pretty cool, and it was fun. It's therapeutic. I'm able to do a lot more. Like, hey, I'll get up and go do something, and like I'll have one game, and I used to always do it. Like I'll go to the driving range, or I'll play a game on a Monday, and it was cool. I was like, oh, I enjoyed the rest of my week because I had that one break. And so a little background with golf. Golf's been around since the 1500s, the way we play now. And it's a it's a sport that yeah it was more like the people that had money. It was more the prestigious thing uh, way back then. And but it started in Scotland. It's a long time, but that's the sport. The way it's set up now, that's the way we're doing it. What I haven't been able to do is look up exactly how it is in because there's a lot more research into it. So there's before then they really can't pinpoint exactly, but the way they play it now is in Scotland. And some of those places have, you know, they still have some of the original golf courses. The the Open, the one they play in United Kingdom. That one, it's huge. It's challenging. Every golf course is different. Every It's not the same. It's not like playing basketball. You got on one court, all the courts are the same. It's not like football. All of them are different. It can be challenging, but it's not the same. It's very, it's like the rapper Scarface said, golf is the best game that you would never master. Imagine that. A game you can never master, even though there is a tournament called the Masters. But no matter what it is, you can be playing, for like 10, 20 years, almost all your life. And you can't hit it exactly every single time. You can't. It's too hard to sit there and hit it because you got so many things. You got so many variables in there. You have the wind. You have your club. You got your experience. All the difference. All the settings are not the same. All your clubs are not the same. Your swing could be the same swing, but where the ball sits, it's not the same. So that's what makes it so competitive. And for some people, it's make or break. You're like, that's it, forget it. This game is stupid. I'm never gonna learn it. And others like, if I could have done this, I probably would have got a better score. If I could have done this, I could have got a birdie. If I could have done this, I could have got a hole in one. If I could have done this, I might not have landed in the water. I might not have landed in the sand. And you get a bug. You start playing it, and you forget about everything, single thing that's around you that's been bugging you throughout the day, throughout the week, and sometimes in your life. You're like, So, like I said, that's what got me started. I started just to learn how to do it, because I had a lot of people in the Army who tell me, "Hey, let's go play." I'm like, "Well, all right, let's go play," but I didn't know how to play, nor did I have clubs. And some places were like $40. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $40 something I have no idea how to do. But in time, I got better at it. But it's not like, oh yeah, I sat down and shot free throws for like 1,000 a day, and then all of a sudden now I can be like Kevin Durant or something. It doesn't work that way. Some of these guys even now they're still hitting it over and over and over, because like if somebody who watched the tournament this weekend, there's a lot of people that were like ranked in the top 20 in the world, and they didn't make the cut. Meaning that they played for the Thursday and Friday, because it's 4 days. They played Thursday and Friday, and they didn't score good enough that they didn't play Saturday and Sunday. So, and imagine that you're a person that's won money, has been ranked, has won tournaments, is known, is endorsed, has all these fans, but didn't make it through the weekend. So it's a tough sport, and that's what gets people to watch it, people to do it. Yes, it's boring sometimes. You're like, they're just hitting the ball. Let's go back and forth. But for me, as a sports fanatic, it was like cool to watch it growing up here and there, but I just never got into going to go play. But now that I know the sport, sometimes I was like, wow, why'd they do that? And I was like, wow, you know how hard that was? Compared to before, it's like, oh, well, that was cool. Man, that was a nice shot. It's a different understanding of that sport. So golf is something that I started a little bit getting into a lot more as well, because I joined one of the veteran groups, and with them, you just like a league. You just sign up, go for different tournaments that you can see, on there, which is like in San Diego or in LA, Arizona. They're out throughout the country, but it depends what you want to go and watch. Then cool, you go and watch them, and so by doing these events, there's nothing but military people. So it's cool, because you'll have that little camaraderie. You're able to hang out and be like, oh, cool, there's other people. That's why I got so much into it. Start meeting other people that are like you, or people that you can relate to. You can have these conversations that you haven't had. So that's why I've done it. That's why I really enjoyed it. Met some great people. As I mentioned before, my friend Juan Lovato, that's my golf battle buddy. So we go to many of the tournaments. We went to Arizona. Oh my God, it was 109. We went to Borrego Springs, 95. But it's fun. Even though you're in some desert, playing on the only piece of green grass in the area. It's fun. It's enjoyable. Chilling out there, playing, joking around. It's relaxing. It's like it's a vacation. It's a break from like some of the norm of what you go through. And but yeah, I ain't winning any tournaments anytime soon. But I do get better. I do have fun. You associate, and it's relaxing. Like I said, there's different tournaments you can play, even if you don't, or some of people can join your local golf course. They have programs, and you can play and do stuff like that. Or if not, just go hang out at the driving range. You just Google it. There's driving ranges everywhere. So it's very enjoyable. I haven't seen any questions. I don't know which way you guys want me to go with it, So I'll continue. Um, there's in San Diego alone, there are about over 50 and under 100 golf courses. And so there's a lot. I've I've played at a lot of them, and like I said, they're all different. And some are pretty short, some are pretty long, some you can walk, some I tell you not to walk. If you try to do Balboa, Balboa is up and down, hilly and stuff like that, and you're gonna walk almost 7,000 yards, which pretty much is about the average of a golf course. You get like 7,000 yards is what you could do. Some a little less, some a little more, but up and down on the hills, it's a nice little ruck. But yeah, it can get tiring. It's a great sport to do. When I took the course I just took it as a class. It was part of my VA. So I'll just take a class. I took a golf class at City College, and then they have us play at Mission Bay, and then we play at Balboa. So the first time I played in Balboa, I was worn out. It was only 9 holes, because that's where you kind of start kind of simple. So I played 9 holes, and then I had sand from landing in the bunker. I was dusty. My you know, I was like, man, this is it. I was drinking water and I was done, and then I was dehydrated for like 2 days because I wasn't used to carrying a bag, and even though you're not completely like nonstop, but going back and forth and picking it up, dropping it again in the club, hitting it, and then you're like, what? I'm like, man. So yeah, and then I get to class and I was like, man, I'm tired. Frisbee golf, man, I can't throw that thing. I'm still traumatized from when you throw it and it goes like this, and then it might hit you in the forehead. Or my brother plays foot golf. That's a whole different thing. But yeah, all those you can play all those. You just make sure you don't get hit by a golf ball while you're playing frisbee golf. That's the dangerous part, because some people you'll for and some people they're not out for, so you're not even gonna know the ball's coming. But yes, frisbee golf. But yeah, it's fun though. You get out there, like frisbee golf is there. Foot golf, regular golf, it's just exercise. It's just something to do, get you out. Yes, beer gets involved most of the time. If you're just going out there to play, most of the people are just having a couple beers, playing, and at a certain point, you're like, well, this is cool. Let me watch this, and start doing off the wall stuff. Whether it's in the cart, with the cart, or with the golf balls. But yeah, it's fun. It's something to do. It's something that, like I said, I enjoy doing it. But when you make sure, especially you do it in now, you better be hydrated once it starts hitting in the 90s, because you're gonna feel it. Also, a big thing is try to play with some of your friends. It's boring by yourself unless you're like that passionate about playing the sport. It's a really it makes it fun, because you're like, especially if you have a buddy that knows how to play or does know, and you can just kind of pair up and go back and forth. Be like, okay, cool, watch this, do this, and then you start getting better and it starts to be more fun. But man, so when I first started playing I think it was like my first or second game, I was in Mission Bay. I was playing, and so with the guy I got paired up with, he's been playing for a good 5 years. So he said, "Here, do this." So we're going back and forth, and we're getting ready to first start putting on the green. And I look back, and there's this old couple. They're like 70, 80, and I was like, "Okay, cool." And then like we got time. They're not gonna go fast enough to pass us, or we're gonna be too slow to get in their way. So we're hanging out, waiting for a bit, and next thing I know, they're like we're like pretty close. They're already halfway down the course. We're like, okay, cool, that's all right. How they get here so fast? And I looked at them, slowly walking over. They hit the ball. I was like, oh, cool. That's a nice swing. That's a nice swing. Then they get in the cart, and then they booked it. Like, oh, no wonder they're right here. They can hit really good, and they can, like, they do want to, like, have a lead foot for the golf cart. So, like I said earlier, it's like this sport, it's like you can play this forever. Once you start, I played with older people, and I played with younger people, and some people just pick it up so well. They just, all it is just your movement. Once you just have the same simple little swing, that's it. That's all you got to do. But sometimes your simple little swing might not make it, and some people do some awkward ones and they make it. You never know. It's just your movement. But it's it's a trip to watch all these people play and just, you know, have a passion for it. Come out there and they're having their Sunday best mind frame for the golf course. And sometimes people go out there in jeans and a t-shirt and go play. But it's a very enjoyable sport. Like I said, been around for a long time, since the 1500s. It's a tough sport. Many of the top 20 people didn't make the cut this weekend on the first tournament back, even though many have been practicing, and you know, and that's all they do. They got nothing else. Some of them have been working out with the sport. Some of them just go and play, and some just, you know, had different combinations. The big thing is that it's not the same. You can't just, you know, stop playing, start playing, and then be the same thing. So it depends what you're trying to go for. But if you're just trying to have fun with it, hey, just go play. You know, get a couple clubs, get your driver, get like a 3-wood, because you could hit your 3-wood most likely better than your driver. Get your putter, a couple irons, some 9, a 7, maybe a 5, and that's it. You don't, if you ain't that good at it and you don't know how to swing them all, you don't need them all. You don't need all 14 that you're allowed to have in the bag, because you're not going to use them all. Sometimes there's some I don't even use, besides rarely, but it's because you're not going to play that much. But once you get it, it's fun. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's therapeutic. And just go out and do it, you know. I wish I did it before. But the settings weren't there, so that's why I didn't play it. But thank you. I got no other questions and no other comment besides David's Frisbee golf. So have a good time. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you for watching. Any comments for next week? Next week I'm gonna have UFC. Jerry recommended do, you know, hey, what's up with UFC? Okay, fine. Next one we're gonna do UFC. We're gonna talk about UFC. So give me whoever you want to talk about. If you even did UFC, or even, I'm sorry, if you did MMA, cool. Let me know. Put in the comments whatever you want to talk about. UFC, MMA, we'll bring it up. If you want to talk about Bruce Lee, we'll talk about Bruce Lee, because that's kind of more the guy that started most of that concept, bringing different stuff into it. But have a good week. Enjoy your time. I know San Diego's a little gray right now, but it wasn't yesterday. All right, later.